Good morning, everyone. Are you ready to do your speak out exercises? My name is Samantha Ellendary. I'm a speech language pathologist and the founder of Parkinson Voice Project. We're solely dedicated to helping you and everyone with Parkinson's preserve their speech and their swallowing. Can you guess what today's topic is going to be about? Say it with your best voice. That's right, the State Fair of Texas. Our reading and cognitive exercises will be about the State Fair of Texas. Well, we've got to get started first with our strengthening exercises. I want to ask all of you though, have you gotten a mirror yet? This is a mirror that I use, and you can find it on Amazon. It's just a little tabletop. It folds down, which I really like. But with Parkinson's, all the movements are really small. So sometimes you think that you're exaggerating your lip movements and your facial expression, and you're not, because it doesn't feel the same way to someone with Parkinson's as it looks to everybody else. And you can really tell that whenever you take a picture. Have you ever taken, somebody comes up and says, let's take a selfie, and you take a picture and you feel like you're smiling, but then when you look at the photo, it doesn't look as good as you thought it should. So the movements are smaller with Parkinson's. So I recommend that as you do these exercises, you get one of these mirrors, and like I said, you can get them on Amazon. Katie or Lena will post the link, and I would put it in front. So put it right in front of your computer or iPad, just so that you can glance down every now and then and make sure that you're moving your mouth with lots of intent. We have to exercise the muscles. Let's take a sip of water and we'll get started. The first speak out exercise is called the warm-up. You must warm up your voice for it to sound its best. The name of the program is Speak Out. Lift your voice and project it up and over the fairgrounds. Here we go. May, me, my, mo. Project your voice out. Don't let it stay here. Ready? May, me, my, mo, moo. Up and over the fairgrounds. Let's go. May, me, my, mo. In order for speaking and swallowing to get better, you've got to work these muscles. Use a lot of intent. It should feel much stronger than regular conversation. Let's do it again. May, me, my, mo. Connect as many as you can, but speak out. Ready? May, me, my, mo, moo. Okay, we are done with the first speak out exercise. That was the warm-up. Now we're going to move on to the glides, but first, we need to take a sip of water. As you bring the cup to your mouth, think about it. Use intent. Okay, the ahs. We're improving our breath support for speech, and we're trying to activate the speech and swallowing muscles. The only way that's going to happen is if you use a lot of intent. Open the mouth wide. Project the ah over all the people in the fairgrounds. Ready? Ah. You should feel that the ah is traveling forward Let's do it again. Glance down at your mirror. Make sure that mouth is wide open. If you have TMJ or if it hurts to open it, then don't listen to me. Okay, but if it doesn't hurt, deliberately open it wide. Here we go. We hold it for about 10 seconds. Don't worry if you can't hold it that long. The key is a strong voice and make it consistent, even if it's only for a few seconds. Okay, consistent. Don't let it trail off. Ready? Now, even though we're using lots of intent, we still need to maybe sit back and relax. We don't want to be real tense. So let's do it again. I know it's hard. Let's take a sip of water. With intent, think about it. Think about your swallowing. Improving swallowing in Parkinson's is about getting the muscles stronger, but it's also about implementing compensatory strategies. So when you really think about your swallowing, you take your time, take a small sip, swallow. You're going to be very mindful. It'll be better. All right, the third speak out exercise is the glide. I want you to project the glide forward in front of you and then slowly glide up. Here we go. Stop all the way. Don't hold your breath. If you have trouble changing your pitch, sometimes moving your arm just up and down like this, okay? Not sideways, that puts too much tension. So up and down like this. If you're having trouble, if you're saying ah, and you're not able to change your pitch because the muscles are stiff. Parkinson's makes the muscles stiff. So just use your arm if you need to. Here we go. Stop. Notice when I start, I don't just start making the pitch go up. It's a steady ah first, and then the pitch starts to change. By doing that, you're using more intent. Let's do that. Stop. Good. Steady ah, then change the pitch. Here we go again. Stop. I know it's hard. Try to get as many notes in there as you can. So when you go from the steady ah, try to get as many notes in there as you can. We'll do this one a little bit faster. When you go a little faster, it's a little easier. Here we go. Okay, we've done the first 3 speak out exercises. We're going to move on to the counting, but first we're going to take a sip of water with intent. Intent, I think, is one of the most important tools to managing Parkinson's. Learning to use your intentional motor system that is not as dependent on dopamine as the automatic system. So start incorporating intent into everything you do. That means to be focused, deliberate, purposeful. All right, counting. We're going to count to 20. I want you to lift your voice and project it forward. Imagine a fairground, and your voice is going to travel over everybody's head. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can feel the air going forward. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Lift your voice for each one. So it's not 1, 2, it's 1, 2. Exaggerate. We're exercising. Ready? Lift for every number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exaggerate your mouth movements. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take a breath when you need to. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We have to work hard. We have to use a lot of intent. Exaggerate your mouth movements, but try to relax at the same time. Very tricky. One more time. Up and over. Lift the voice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lift forward. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We're exaggerating. Very important because we're trying to activate the speech and swallowing muscles, and it won't happen if we don't exaggerate. Imagine if I go 1, 2, 3. You can tell a big difference between 1, 2. Okay, exaggerate. These are the muscles that you're using to articulate with, to chew your food with, to control the saliva with. You've got to work the muscles. All right, take a sip of water, and we're going to move on to the reading in just a second. Our email is intent at parkinsonvoiceproject.org. If you have suggestions for the reading material, if you have questions, it doesn't have to be about speech and voice. If you have questions about Parkinson's, anything, if you have feedback for how to make the sessions better, send me an email. My assistant Lisa monitors the email, and we try to get back to everybody. And if it's something that many people would benefit from, then we share it online. I want to show you this pen. I've shown it before, but we have a lot of new people. It's called Pen Again. Pen Again. Say that with me. Pen Again. And this is a pen that a number of you have written to me and you've said that it's helped you. I don't know if you can see the little indentation here. So the way that this pen works, you can get them a lot like at exhibit booths with pharmaceutical companies, but your forefinger goes along this indentation. I don't know if you can see it because same color. And you hold it like this. And really what you're doing is you're grabbing right here, it's keeping it stable, and you're grabbing it and you're using intent. So you might try it, all right? It might be helpful to you. It'd be worth trying one and seeing if ordering one, and you can order them on Amazon too. Amazon's amazing. The other day I ordered a book at 8 o'clock in the morning. It was on my doorstep by 11. That's incredible. All right, for the reading, we're going to read some attractions from the State Fair of Texas, which is going on right now. And we are going to work on our cognitive exercise at the same time. So we're going to read these attractions, what you can see at the State Fair. In between, I'm going to ask you some questions, and I want you to answer in the same voice you used for reading. So see if you can keep it as strong for the reading and when I ask you the questions. First of all, answer this question. If you're not from Texas, do you have a state fair? Do you have a state fair? If you do have a state fair, no matter what state or country you're in, are they having the fair this year or has it been canceled? Answer with intent. Well, the State Fair of Texas is going on right now. Let's say this first attraction that you can see. Ready? Every word with intent. State Fair of Texas Rodeo. Now remember how I said to lift for the counting? So watch me. State Fair of Texas Rodeo. And it's in front of you. Let's say it together. State Fair of Texas Rodeo. Feel like you're lifting your voice. Do it again. State Fair of Texas Rodeo. Okay, now read it backwards. Rodeo, Texas of Fair State. Were you able to lift your voice and project it forward when you read it backwards? It's more challenging. Try it again, backwards. Rodeo, Texas of Fair State. For the cognitive, answer with the same amount of effort. What do you think we will see at the rodeo? What would we see at the rodeo? Go ahead and name some. A great way to work on conversation is to take your reading voice and then try to say something random, spontaneous, in the same voice. Here's the next attraction. Say it with intent. Produce carver. I guess they're carving vegetables. Let's say it again and lift the voice. Produce carver. Up and over the fairgrounds. Again. Produce carver. Lift it. Again. Produce carver. Read it backwards. Carver produce. Get in front of you. Ready? Carver produce. Again, backwards. Carver produce. Let me ask you a question. Use the same amount of strength. What kind of vegetables do you think that they are carving? Say them with intent. Next attraction at the State Fair of Texas, let's say it together. Giant inflatable characters. Lift the voice. Ready? Giant inflatable characters. When you lift, you get more expression. Read it again. Giant inflatable characters. Read it backwards. Characters, inflatable, giant. Do you see how I said giant? Do you see how my mouth moves more? Say it with me. Giant. Up and over again. Giant. Good. Giant inflatable characters. Name 2 famous characters that you think you might see at the state fair. What characters would they have? All right. Next attraction. Ready? World of Birds Show. In front of you. Ready? World of Birds Show. We're in control of our voice. Every word with intent. Do it again. World of Birds Show. Read it backwards. Show birds of world. Again. Show birds of world. I hope you will download this reading packet. You can practice at home. Another thing you can do with short phrases like this is spell them and lift every letter. So, for example, I would go W, O, and I'm in control. Every letter with intent. Let's spell World of Birds Show. Ready? W, O, R, L, D, O, F, B, I, R, D, S, S, H, O, W. You see, we're in control. Our speech is not gravelly. It's strong. It's not rushing. Spelling words is a great way to practice. All right, next one. Ready? Fiesta de Marionetas. Excuse my accent. Do it again. Fiesta de Marionetas. What are those? Say it with intent. What are they? They're puppets. Puppets. Spell the word puppets with intent. Ready? P, U, P, P, E, T, S. Yes, I would like to see that. All right, next one. All-Star Stunt Dog Show. Over the crowd. Ready? All-Star Stunt Dog Show. Now backwards. Show, dog, stunt, star, all. Do you see how I said all? It's up and over the crowd. Say that with me. All. You must learn how to speak like that. In conversation, as you're talking to family and friends, you're lifting your voice. You're always, so it's how are you? Say that with me. How are you? How are the kids? What time is our appointment? You see how it works? But you must, in order to be able to do that in conversation, you need to be able to do it when you read. All right, next one with intent. Backyard circus. Again, backyard circus. Spell it with control. B, A, C, K, Y, A, R, D, C, I, R, C, U, S. We're using lots of intent. Oh, this is neat. Ready? Say it with intent. Livestock birthing barn. I wonder how they know that they're going to have the baby just at that time. I don't know. Say it again. Livestock birthing barn. Birthing barn. Up and over. Say that. Birthing barn. Read it backwards. Barn birthing livestock. Livestock in front of you. Say it. Livestock. Again. Livestock. All right, very good. Take a sip of water. Take a sip of water. Like you said, there's lots more here, but we don't have time to do all of those. We're going to do Dr. Boone's words, and then we're going to read a passage for our bonus reading about Mighty Mike. Take a sip of water. I'm so proud of you for practicing. Practice your voice and exercise every single day. So important. All right, exaggerate the G's, the K's, and the NG's. Those sounds force the back of the tongue to go up, and it's essential that the tongue goes all the way up for swallowing, not use the small movements like Parkinson's wants to do. Ready? Each one 3 times. Gu, la, gang, ga, ga. Exaggerate. Gu, la, gang, ga, ga. In front of you. Gu, la, gang, ga, ga. You see how we're exaggerating? Look at your mirror if you need to. Next one. Ku, ka, man, gu, ka. Ku, ka, man, gu, ka. In front of you. Ku, ka, man, gu, ka. We're speaking out. Ready? Gangla, gangla, gangla. And the last one, and then bonus reading. Kukla, kukla, kukla. Good job. Take a sip of water. It is time. Let's see. Whoops. I wonder why this isn't working. Hold on 1 second. It's so weird because I don't even see my sounds here, and I checked it right before I went on and they're not even listed. So everybody say ding, ding, ding. Ready? Ding, ding, ding. All right, time for bonus reading. We'll have to figure out what's going on with that. All right, we're going to learn about the Mighty Mike Show. If you're new to the broadcast, the bonus reading is more challenging. It's a little bit faster. We just read a paragraph straight through. Start with bonus reading and speak out over the fairgrounds. Ready? Bonus reading. Mighty Mike Show. Step right up. Be witness to Mighty Mike's incredible feats of strength in the Mighty Mike Show. Let's do that again. Start with Mighty Mike Show. Here we go. Up and over. Mighty Mike Show. Step right up. Be witness to Mighty Mike's incredible feats of strength in the Mighty Mike Show. Every word with intent. Ready? A bender of horseshoes, juggler of bowling balls and sledgehammers, and all-around charmer. Let's do that again. A bender. Lift your voice. A bender of horseshoes, juggler of bowling balls and sledgehammers, and all-around charmer. Ready? Mighty Mike's funny performance showcases strong man strength techniques dating back to the 1920s. Do that again. Ready? Mighty Mike's funny performance showcases strong man strength techniques dating back to the 1920s. Audience members will laugh the entire show, but also leave motivated and inspired by the culture of the old-time strongman. All right, you can see how that is much more challenging. Download the reading material. It's at the bottom of the chat feature on Parkinson Voice Project's website. We're sorry there's not a way to post it on Facebook or YouTube. So go to our website, take what you learned during our sessions, and practice. Practice, practice, practice. Parkinson's, the one good thing about Parkinson's, or one of, I guess, the good things, is that it responds so well to exercise. Think about it. Other neurological disorders may not respond very well to exercise. But with Parkinson's, when you put in the work, when you really work on it and practice, 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 you do see results, and it usually doesn't take very long. Usually in a few days, you'll feel better. All right, everybody, I will see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Speak with intent.